In the boundless expanse of eternity, long before time carved its name into the cosmos, there was only light. A pure, undiluted light, vast and silent, from which all creation would one day spring. At the heart of this luminous ocean, a consciousness stirred. It was the first thought, the first dream, the first breath of existence. This was Re. He was not born from a mother, nor was he fashioned by a father. He simply was. A being of pure energy whose very essence was the sun itself. With a single thought, he wove the fabric of the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. He called forth the waters, sculpted the mountains, and breathed life into the silent valleys. From his tears, humanity was born, small, fragile creatures bathed in the golden warmth of his gaze. For ages uncounted, Ra sailed across the celestial river in his great solar barge, a vessel of shimmering gold. By day he was Khepri, the scarab beetle, rolling the sun across the sky, bringing light, warmth, and life to the world he had so lovingly crafted. His journey was a promise, a daily covenant of renewal. The world below flourished under his benevolent watch. Civilizations rose like monoliths of sand and stone, their prayers ascending to him like fragrant incense. At dusk, as the sky bled into hues of orange and purple, Ra would transform. He became Adam, the Old One, the setting sun, descending into the underworld, a realm of shadow and chaos known as the Duat. This was no realm of rest. Each night, Re had to battle the forces of darkness, chief among them the great serpent of chaos, Apep. Apep was the embodiment of all that was not. He was the void, the uncreation, the eternal hunger to swallow the light and return the universe to the silent nothingness from which it came. Every night, the serpent would lie in wait, its monstrous form coiled around the path of the sun, its hiss a promise of oblivion. The battle was titanic, a clash of order against chaos, of existence against non-existence. Ra, armed with the light of creation, stood against the encroaching darkness. His loyal protectors, beings of immense power like Set and the daughter of his own eye, fought by his side. They were the defenders of the cosmos, the guardians of the eternal flame. The sounds of their struggle were the silent thunder that echoed in the hearts of sleeping mortals, the source of their deepest fears and their most primal nightmares. There were nights when the serpent's fangs drew close, when its venomous spit threatened to extinguish the solar fire. In these moments, the world above held its breath. The moon would weep silver tears, and the stars would tremble in the firmament. But Ra's will was indomitable. He was the promise of dawn, and a promise made by a god is woven into the very laws of the universe. Night after night he would vanquish the serpent, his light piercing the heart of the shadow, forcing it to retreat into the deepest abyss. And as the first hint of gray softened the eastern horizon, Ra would emerge victorious, reborn as the youthful Khepri once more. He would board his solar barge and begin his journey anew, bringing with him the assurance of a new day. This eternal cycle was the heartbeat of the cosmos. It was a story of sacrifice and rebirth, a testament to the unending struggle between light and darkness. Ra was not merely a god of the sun. He was the embodiment of hope, the proof that no matter how deep the darkness, the light would always return. He was the resilience of life itself. But even a god can grow weary. Eons of rule, countless battles against the void, and the growing distance between himself and his creation began to weigh upon his divine spirit. The humans he had created, once so reverent, grew proud. They began to question his authority, to whisper of his age, to plot against the very source of their life. Their ingratitude was a shadow more insidious than any serpent. Ra's heart, the heart of a father, was broken. In his sorrow, he considered unmaking all that he had made to let the waters of chaos rise and reclaim the world. But he looked upon his creation, at the beauty and the potential, and he could not bring himself to destroy it. Instead, he decided to withdraw. He ascended to the highest heavens, far beyond the reach of mortals, becoming a distant celestial observer. He passed the rule of the earth to other gods, his children and grandchildren, Though his physical presence departed from the world, his light remained. He was still the sun, the source of all warmth and energy, but he was no longer the intimate king. He was a memory, a legend, a distant fire in the sky. His nightly journey through the underworld continued, but now it held a new meaning. It was not just a battle for the cosmos, but a personal trial, a solitary pilgrimage of a lonely king. He carried the weight of his own creation's betrayal, a burden heavier than the sun itself. Yet he never failed. He never faltered. Every single dawn he returned. His story is not simply a myth of a sun god from a forgotten land. It is our story. It is the story of the eternal light that resides within every soul. We all sail our own solar barge, navigating the skies of our daily lives, bringing our own light to the world. And each night we descend into our own duet, into the underworld of our fears, our doubts, our sorrows, and our failures. We battle our own serpents of chaos, the voices of despair, the shadows of our past, the anxieties about our future. There are nights when we feel the serpent's coils tighten, when we feel our light begin to dim, when the promise of dawn feels like a lie. But the legacy of is a reminder. It is a whisper from eternity that says, even when weary, even when betrayed, even when shrouded in the deepest darkness, the light within is never truly extinguished. It is an eternal flame. The struggle is part of the journey. The descent into darkness is necessary for the rebirth of the dawn. Just as Rogue was reborn each morning, so too can we be. Every sunrise is a new beginning, an opportunity to emerge from our battles stronger and wiser. It is a promise that light will always conquer darkness, that hope will always triumph over despair, and that life will always find a way to renew itself. Look up at the sun. Feel its warmth on your skin. That is the echo of Ra's eternal love, a reminder that you are a child of light. You carry a piece of that divine fire within you. The journey may be long and the night may be dark, but you have the strength to face your chaos and emerge into the light of a new day. For the sun always rises, and so will you. Thank you for journeying with us. If this story resonated with your spirit, subscribe for more tales of light and rebirth.